Yo, what's good, EYTBC? What's good, fight fans, boxing heads around the world? B March with another boxing video. So the man Virgil Hunter, man, he's been pretty vocal about this man Andre Ward stepping up to do big things, and step up and try to get a heavyweight title, you know what I mean? They asked Andre Ward about it, and he hasn't ruled out the thought of moving up to cruiserweight or heavyweight, according to what he's been saying, you know what I mean? And I'm going to leave the links in the description box for this article I read, But the man, Virgil Hunter, man, he says he'd like to fight Joshua. He thinks Anthony Joshua's a good fighter, you know what I mean? But he says, in his words, he sees some things in particular that could make for a good fight, you know what I mean? And he thinks, the man, Andre Ward, should just skip the cruiserweight division, go straight up to heavyweight, the way fellas like Roy Jones Jr. did, you know what I mean? Or fellas like Michael Spinks, you know what I mean? When Roy Jones went up to fight John Ruiz and Michael Spinks went up to fight Larry Holmes, you know what I mean? So these are things that Andre Ward, man, is being, his coach, man, Virgil Hunter, man, he thinks really highly of him, you know what I mean? And he sets the standards high, and, he's, the man Andre Ward said basically this is the type of stuff he's been going through with Virgil Hunter since he was a kid, you know what I mean? Virgil Hunter has always set a high precedent for this man Andre Ward, and he thinks he can do it, you know what I mean? And Virgil Hunter said he thinks that Anthony Joshua is the best heavyweight out there, and he'd like to have his fighter fight him, you know what I mean? He thinks it doesn't matter about size. This is according to Virgil Hunter, you know what I mean? It's about what attributes both fighters have to bring to the ring and which attributes shall prevail, you know what I mean? And, I do agree with Virgil Hunter there. It doesn't matter about size, you know what I mean? It's all about, technique and skill set and, who can capitalize, you know what I'm saying? But, this is, if Andre Ward does that, man, and goes up to heavyweight, win or lose, man, it's going to be hard for him to even come down to cruiserweight or go back to light heavyweight, man. That's going to be it's going to take a toll on his body. We've seen it happen with fellas like Roy Jones when he did it the first time, you know what I mean? Or the first and only time when he went up to fight John Ruiz. Then he came back down to fight Antonio Tarver, you know what I mean? After that, the man, Roy Jones was a shell of his former self, you know what I mean? He was never the same after that, you know what I'm saying? So if Andre Ward does decide to do something like that, then to me, in my opinion, man, he has nothing else to do improving boxing, you know what I mean? He need to just retire, you know what I mean? Because coming down in weight could be detrimental to his boxing career. If he does go up in weight all the way from 175, go up to over 200 pounds to heavyweight, and then if he, for whatever reason, decides to come back and compete in the light heavyweight division, that's not going to be a good look, man. But, Virgil Hunter says he would like to see it. So that means, Virgil Hunter has confidence in Andre Ward that he could take this fight and possibly beat Anthony Joshua. It'd be interesting, man, you know what I mean? Deontay Wilder is also out there. There's other champions too, man. But, hey, if he beats Anthony Joshua, the unified champ, if he does take that fight, which I'm not, I'm not over enthusiastic about, you know what I mean? I'd rather see Adonis Stevenson versus Ward. But if Ward takes that fight and beats him, that's all-time greatness type of stuff. B Marsh Boxer, leave your good thoughts and comments, and I'm going to catch you on the next vid. Peace.